matchup we have for you. Part of what makes this the best sport in the world, a rivalry game. A time where no matter what the record or the season outlook, a win in this one solves all problems and gets you those valuable bragging rights. Welcome everyone to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Mississippi State about to put it away as we start the festivities. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers offense will take the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Off play action. Wide open downfield. At the 45 on its way. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football.
There he goes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to pass. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Caught behind the line. It's Owens. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick completion to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. They just keep firing. They're working that left side. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Right now, boys. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. He'll do it himself. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bulldogs offense will go to work for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Mississippi State right back to the line. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Taylor wants to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's caught downfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down, got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
Quarterback on the keeper. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, I'll tell you what, just watching this QB in the run game, he's going to break one. At some point in this game, he is going to break a home run. Defense did a nice job getting him down there, but this guy, I'm telling you, he's just a play away from taking it to the house. Keep letting this guy do his thing.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. It's complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him lose it, even though it's a completion. They lost yardage.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. The quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Pocket breaking down. Pick off. What a play by this defense. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
They'll go to the ground. Running to Green. Oh, he's got some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Kansas was able to cap off a close one in Lawrence with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Now, after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Taylor wants to throw it. Fires left. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
And the Bulldogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Turning it on. Running through contact. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
All you got to do is give this guy a little bit of space. That's all he needs. With his speed, he's in the 2nd level just like that, breaking off an explosive run.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulldogs line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Defense might bring the house here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Leaves it with the back. Look out, he's got room. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Lewis to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window, and the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field. That's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all three levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. So now on comes the field goal unit. This one will be a 45-yard. Oh, it's blocked. Scoop it up and going the other way. Racing down the left side. At the 30. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. Lewis wants to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on first down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be second down.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Throwing right. This time he's got his man. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game. You saw a great example of that right there.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB design run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Trying to find the end zone. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Iowa steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Iowa City a ton of confidence. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Shakes off the defender. Still running at the 40. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Tigers are in the hurry-up.
How about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
That's reeled in. It's Owens. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards, added up for a first down. Lewis to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the run, it's Grove.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boots, his first of the day away, was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking to throw on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he'll just get rid of that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. They'll try the run. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
LSU right back to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Lewis wants to pass. Swings it out to his running back. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Holds it in. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it on the run. Tight end trying to get in. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Here's a heat. At the 35, he's loose. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Mississippi State going up tempo. Taylor wants to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Backed up now, here's second and long. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Bringing the heat. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on third down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Taylor wants to throw it. Working that left side now. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Wants to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets the first down and more. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pulls and fires complete. Touchdown, Mississippi State! And that one will put them up here in the second half. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fellow, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Caught in the backfield, it's Yang. Oh my goodness, he's still moving. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. LSU quick to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Lewis to throw. Soft spot in the middle. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Trying play action. Got it in the middle, it's Garrison. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and And the defense is feeling the heat. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
There he goes. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Still on his feet at the 45. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Going for it all. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interesting to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
They're setting up the screen. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Charging forward on the sneak. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Wide receiver going in motion. Taylor wants to throw. Looking left. And that one's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He has the 1st and still on his feet. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulldogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. An impressive, long methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And sometimes the quarterback grabs the football so quick and tries to get out of his hand, rushes it a little bit on these quick throws. Sometimes they don't even grab the laces, and you could tell he just grabbed it, threw it a little bit too quick, and missed behind the wide receiver.
Pressure coming. And the pass rush gets home.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting 1st downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page, though.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Taylor wants to throw it. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Garrison. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Reads it, fires complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Tigers will hustle to the line. Lewis wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Quarterback on the keeper. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Takes the easy completion. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Got his man. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. Taylor wants to throw. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Got to learn to run. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only he got the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
You just got to have better concentration if you're the wide receiver. I know it feels like a routine completion. You still got to get 2 hands on the ball and look it in. That's a bad drop.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse.
He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
And I think we're going to see a lot more of this from this offense. Listen, you're backed up on your own end. You got the lead. More importantly, you want to continue to run the clock, get first downs, be the physical team right here. The ground game, I imagine, is going to be a big part of their playbook moving forward.
A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Taylor wants to throw it. Got his man.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Bulldogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Gotta love the way the defense is playing here on this drive. Down in the game in the 4th quarter, they're expecting run, and they're getting stops these last 2 snaps. If they can get a big play here, they've got an opportunity to get off the field and probably get pretty good field position to put their offense in a position to maybe go score.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
After that negative play against a goal line defense, it's really, really tough out in the field to not want to take a shot right now because there's nobody here on defense. You've got one-on-ones on an island with your wide receivers, and they are begging to have a fade ball thrown their way.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. He'll start this drive going to the air. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Tigers want to move quickly.
Man, this is really good complementary football so far. Like, you're down in the 4th quarter. Your defense has to get a stop. They get it, and I love the first play. You continue the momentum. Nice play on 1st down. Got to put this drive together. Got to get some points.
Lewis to throw. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, getting the tackle for loss.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. There is nowhere to go. He is stopped left, and it'll be fourth down from the 23.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done.
Let's go.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Throws for the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This is what you dream of, isn't it? Waning seconds, football in your hands, a chance to etch your name in this moment in the rich history of this rivalry. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Working the middle, it's complete. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Taylor wants to throw. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Offensively, I love balance. I love when I get some big gains on the ground, now taking shots down the field, but I got to protect my QB. They did not keep him upright. He had a chance to make a play, especially after the big run play, the play before. The defense was playing the run. QB couldn't get it done.
Working on the right. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. Coming up with that touchdown with just seconds left in this game now gives them an opportunity to hit the extra point, to make it a touchdown game, and there might be 2 more plays left. The kickoff, maybe 1 more snap for the opponent. What a massive play in a big moment.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So a drive there of 84 yards, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Lewis wants to pass. Slips a tackle. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.